Whoa, what a find, boys. Look at this. Alright guys, welcome back to Aussie Action 4x4, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look through this Hilux. It's a 2005 maybe, 3 litre, it's D4D engine as well, so we'll be taking a look under the hood if we can get under there, and also all the way through the back and on the outside and see what mods this car has to offer. Starting at the front of the vehicle, you can tell we've got a nice ARB bull bar which has a winch mount included with the winch in there. It's got 9,000 pound winch, Magnum is the brand of that, and we've got 2 spotties on the front as well. One of them's a bit broken, but that'll be able to be fixed in the future. And then mounted on top of the bull bar we've got the nice handy dandy radio antenna which we can use to communicate from the CB to all our friends when we're out on the tracks. And then up a little bit further on top of the bonnet, we've got the bonnet scoop, which lets in more air through the intercooler rather than being in the front of the vehicle. Now we'll move down further to what's under the vehicle, including bash plates and all that stuff. Alright folks, moving on underneath the vehicle, we've got a nice ARB 5mm bash plate, which protects the engine for when I'm recklessly driving and hitting all the rocks. And we've got a couple recovery points on either side as well, so we can help tow out all the Nissans and all that type of jazz. And then now we move backwards onto the wheels and suspension. These wheels are pretty much standard size all-terrain tyres all around the vehicle, as well as we've got the old man EMU suspension, which adds the extra 2-inch lift to the front coil springs and the back leaf springs. We have a little extra thing in the back leaf springs though folks, which follow me and I'll show you. Different to the front coil suspension, we've got the leaf suspension as I was saying before, but we do have airbags as well, which allows for when more weight is added from towing or even just carrying weight, you can make the car continue to be level and make driving comfortable. Moving on to the side of the vehicle, you can see we've got side steps. These are on both sides. We'll probably remove them or break them, whichever one comes first. And then you can also tell there's only one door on the sides. That's because this is probably it's a king cab folks. So that you can still carry up to 4 people in this vehicle, but you've got way more boot space, which if you can see, we've got the tall canopy on this vehicle to allow for just so much storage, so much stuff you can carry. And also, if you see my measurements folks, I can sleep easily and comfortably in the back there. And then moving on top, we've got internal roof racks. They're all fully supported inside the back of this vehicle, as well as this nice King's awning that just comes out and you can sit in the shade like we probably should be doing now because sun safety folks. Alright, now moving on to the back of the vehicle and we'll show you inside. Alright folks, on the rear of this vehicle you can tell if it's got the standard aluminium bumper there, and this little fancy sticker here is from the exhaust pipe as well. So if you look under here, you've got a nice 3-inch exhaust pipe which just gives a much better sound I guess, and maybe more economy, but it's mostly the sound. And then we'll open her up for you. Oh, it is unlocked as well. So yeah, like I was saying before, nice big storage space, got a couple of switches on each side, and a light switch up here seems too. So yeah, nice tinting all around so you don't wake up too early in the morning when camping. But yeah, it's a nice size folks and happy with that. One last thing on the exterior of this vehicle, this car is equipped with a nice safari snorkel. It helps with the intake and all that stuff, and also your water wading depth can now be pretty much up to there. I'm not sure if the diffs have diff breathers, but we'll find that out once we go deep in the puddles and the diffs stop working. Alright, I think it's time to move on to the interior of the vehicle now folks. Is it getting a bit sketchy now because so folks, just cut the cameras real quick and we'll just do a quick opening of this car and then we can cut back to us inside the vehicle. Alright folks, that wasn't too hard. Now, inside the vehicle, we've got a bunch of switches here and also including all the stuff up here to talk about. What's on the steering wheel so far, obviously horn, but we do have an aftermarket cruise control there, which allows for you to be cruising with control. And then move down here, we've got a bunch of switches installed, like obviously your mirror ones come stock and security lights, but then we've also got the red arc stuff to help you with towing the vehicle when the thing you're towing has brakes and you need to use those. And then we've got the just normal couple of cigarette lighter switches to charge your phones and whatnot throughout the day. Moving up further, we've got a nice aftermarket Pioneer head unit, which is touchscreen, has Bluetooth, all that type of stuff that you want in a vehicle. My favorite part that I've just found out, folks, is this. There's nice cup holders that you can put your drinks in. Most standard Macca's drinks fit there, which is quite handy since we go there a lot. If Macca's does want to sponsor us, that would be pretty nice. And then up here, we do have the microphone where you can do all your Bluetooth phones and calls and all that stuff. Now moving on up to the top, we've got our CB radio hooked up here, which has an 80 channel radio, which pairs with the antenna outside. You know, you can talk to your mates like this, or the truckies, to get whatever information you need while on the road. And then we've got just the normal interior light switches, and then got our nice storage where you can store things like KFC hand wipes and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the interior, folks. We do have is the king cab, so I will show you we do have obviously the back seats, which have a bunch of storage in there, which we'll show you as well. And then yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. We'll move on to under the hood. Alright folks, now that we're in the bottom of this, it's pretty much standard, except we've got that dual battery setup, which allows for, you know, charging stuff in the back of the vehicle, running a fridge. I think it's a mid-cycle battery, so it's not fully deep, but it can still run stuff pretty well. And the engine here, obviously it's D4D, and it's got that 4-line turbo intercooled engine from this bonnet scoop here. You can also, it cools this intercooler that's right there. It's a bit hot as well, folks. Someone must have been driving it before. So yeah, pretty standard. Apart from that, it's just got a pretty big air filter there as well. But yeah, it's got a lot of room for tuning and extra mods that we want to do. One extra thing that is pretty handy is that oil filter over there, folks. It is very easy to get to, which I like as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the vehicle. Hope you liked today's video, folks. We'll catch you in the next one. Aussie Action out.